Okay, I'll tell you what happened. I was connected to the shit internet, not the good internet. My laptop decided it was going to connect to the PlusNet line. We're back now. I assume YouTube has made this another stream. So I'll have to chop it together. YouTube made it a different stream. Okay. Then I'm going to treat it like it's a brand new stream. No need to chop it. All the metrics. Let's start them over for this stream. Likes, all that. Start it over for this stream. We'll start the game from the beginning. We'll watch the opening again. Because fuck chopping them together, it's too much work. And I lose all the analytics information if I do that. So, let's have the intro again. Why not? Let's make it fun. And note to self, in the future, make sure you are connected to the phone line that isn't garbage. Got it. Although that really won't be a matter a few weeks in the future. So, great thing about this game is it's got this lovely animated intro with a song, and it looks really cool. And the title screen looks cool, and you're thinking, this is going to be a great game. Even the intro has this nice screenshots and mugshots. But then you get to gameplay, it's chippy. Of course, those of you who have been here for the last 9 minutes already know that. Okay. Let's really get into it, yeah? No more fooling around. No more internet issues. Complete behavior. Because I really want to show this game off, because it does lots of cool stuff. Like, even when you're traveling between the real world and Soul Society, you have to go through the tunnel, and you have to run from the cleaner. It's a cool game. I kind of want to show it off. Goddamn internet. I'm gonna stop fussing over it now. What happened, happened. I wonder if the, do I want to know, lol? Welcome, Alfie. Yeah, I was having internet trouble. You know, the usual. The usual for not much longer, I might add. It would help if my laptop didn't automatically connect to the wrong connection, which is what happened. It would be like trying to stream, like, a live stream from McDonald's Wi-Fi. That reliable. Same old, same old. Getsuga Tensha! Is this the Japanese Harry Potter? No, that's My Hero Academia. Where'd you get this game? What system are you playing, etc.? I am playing this PSP game on a PSP emulator on my PC. However, somewhere in my big box of games, or perhaps on my shelf, I think it might be on my shelf because it's a PSP title. Or it might even be in one of these boxes I have here. In fact, I think it is. Somewhere in my vicinity is the actual PSP game. I do own this game. It's just emulating it is a lot more convenient than plugging up the PSP, powering up the PSP, copying the game ISO onto a memory card because it's easier than running it from the UMD, and then setting up the right cables into my capture box. It's just too much work. Yeah, it's a PSP game, but PPSSPP will play it beautifully. So you can play it on PC easily. Oh god. Pause menus aren't working, are they? Fuck. I'm gonna see if I can sort this out. For some reason the pause menus aren't working. Come on, laptop. Switch over. Thank you. Let's see if I can figure out why. One point 6.3. Soul. Oh, come on. PPSSPP Soul Carnival pause. How to fix the emulation freeze. Hang workaround. Ooh. Yoink. Copy this into the cheat sheet. Aha! Somebody has made a cheat code that I can use to get rid of the freeze. In theory, right. Tools. Enable cheats. Alright, how do I make a cheat sheet? PSP cheats. UCJS 1005. Save. We'll soon find out if this works. There should now be a cheats function. Enable to save edit cheat file. C1 hang workaround. Cheats. Why isn't that working? Please do bear with me. PSP cheat file PPSSPP. Let me have a look at how they are put together. Alright. Right. Underscore C0. I'm definitely formatting it correctly, aren't I? Vimstick, PSP cheats. Underscore C0 space hang workaround. Save. Close. Cheats. Oh, am I missing some text? Okay. Thank you for your patience, everyone, by the way. Right, so underscore C0 hang workaround. However, I'm also missing 2 lines. UCJS code for the game dash 10085, and I'm also missing the game name, which is save. Copy, copy, copy. Bingo, it's showing now. Nope, still freezing. What the hell? Enable, disable all cheats. You know what? Reload the game. No. Let's run to Rukia. Interact with Rukia. Yeah. Crash. The fuck? Am I loving work? Not particularly. Bleach Soul Carnival freezing. Bleach Soul Carnival. Right. I wasn't expecting to do live bug fixing. Oh, hallelujah! It's all sorted. Watch. Look here. Ha-ha! It's working now. So this is the game's sort of slot system. It gives you different functions on different button presses. You match up the colours around the ring to increase the stats or something like that. It's all in moon runes. What do you expect me to say? Okay, let's go. Look here! Alright, starting to get somewhere now. I apologise, I should have checked for any emulation bugs before I started. It was shameful of me. On top of connecting to the wrong internet connection. It's been nothing but one issue after another tonight. So thank you for bearing with. You can start to make some genuine progress now. Goddamn car, it's in the... Ow. It's in the way. Back off! You're in the way! Get some attention! Thinking maybe I should get the voice lobby open for this. Save points, usually before major bosses. Ooh! It's a hollow. Nice, 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 nice! What's wrong, Rukia? I miss Con. I miss Con so much. Maybe I should rewatch all of Bleach again. It would be the first time in as... It would be, like, the third time in as many years if I watched through it all again. I should probably skip through most of this dialogue, because I can't understand it. I mean, I know the gist. This is where you unlock things. But I don't need to deal with anything like that, because it's all collectibles. I believe triangle is to save, yeah. Oh, this is where I pick my character between Ichigo. Right, Kurosaki Ichigo. So I want Kuchiki Rukia. Because I want to play as Rukia. No way, it's a Menos Grande. Yeah, in case you thought this game couldn't get any cooler. You can play as Rukia as well. You can play as a whole bunch of different characters. Basically, if you unlock someone for your party, you can play as them. I should really learn that blowing up cars doesn't actually do anything helpful for me. This one. There we go. Oh, that uses up special points, and I've lost some. Okay. That's fine. Nope. I thought maybe it had frozen. It's Orihime! Right, Orihime, I think, can heal me? That is her power. Well, her power is to rewind things back, but they use it for healing. Down in triangle. Upper triangle. Come on. Actually. Right, who have we got? So what colour is Rukia? Let's try connecting people up. How do I... No. Is it triangle? Alright, that one. Yo, Sushi! Somebody alive. How's it going, Sushi? Right. Looks like I can't actually tie any characters up right now. That sounds bad. I know what I mean, even if it doesn't completely come through. I'm alright. I had a bit of a really nasty headache before work today, but it cleared up. I think I was dehydrated. Wow, Rukia's sword sucks. I'm glad it's gone too. It was not very pleasant. I was in two minds about streaming tonight, and then I accidentally connected to the PlusNet internet and not the new internet, so the live stream dropped out, which was something that happened. When I started playing this game, the pause screen didn't work properly, and it caused the game to crash, so I had to find cheats around that to make it not freeze. We still have the PlusNet line active because there's no point in disconnecting that phone line when we're still paying for a service. But we'll disconnect it once we're no longer paying for a service. Even though their garbage is bad. Their garbage is bad. Their internet is garbage. The new line is... I can't remember the name. I think it's something like One Call. It's like for businesses, but it's powered by TalkTalk. So it's a TalkTalk router and it's a TalkTalk line. It's so much better. Very trustworthy. Hasn't dropped out yet, fingers crossed. Right, these butterflies, these hell butterflies, will lead to an area. And if you follow them, and don't keep them out of your sight, they'll open a secret doorway. So it's going to open one now for me. Is it going to be on top of here? God damn it! Did I not follow it properly? Maybe I was supposed to catch it. Oh well, I can leave the area and come back. Yeah, Matzo and his TalkTalk problems. I swear, one massive improvement is that we're not using those shitty Sagem.com routers. Don't tell me I have to be like Ichigo or something to access these. That would just be stupid. Well, if it doesn't work this time, then I'll just stop trying. Weird. Okay. I'm not quite sure why that doesn't work right now. But fine. Oh yeah, that was Back to the Future parts 4 and 5, which I finished around, I think it was 1 AM. That was probably why I had such a dull head today, was because I was up so late. What I'm really looking forward to is Friday, because Friday is payday. And it'll be the first full paycheck from work. So, if anything is going to put in perspective my current job, then it will be the paycheck that I receive on Friday. Destroy the car without standing next to it. Oh, so boring Back to the Future game. It wasn't boring! I loved every second of Back to the Future, Telltale's Back to the Future the game, except for the mental alignment meter puzzle. But everyone knows where I'm coming from with that. The mental alignment meter puzzle was awful. The Super Famicom Back to the Future game is good. Well, it's good if you compare it to the LJN games. And I mean, that's the thing, right? I think we all would have much rather had a basic mediocre platformer over those LJN Back to the Future games. Ooh, what's that? Oh, are they like bonuses? Equipment. It rings a bell. Yeah, like stuff I can equip. For stat increases. I remember. Vaguely. But when you enter the pause menu, it's supposed to show a picture of the game underneath. However, because that breaks the emulator, I've got a cheat code running that stops it from doing that. Riki-san! Welcome, Riki-san! Yes, this game was originally released on PSP. I'm playing it on an emulator. Because I'm gangster. Oh, it's Uryu! Ah! To spell ah? The arch gangster of Canterbury. Yeah, I'll have that. Although there's definitely people in Canterbury who think they're more gangster than I am. And they probably are, to be fair. Hakuren! Where you at, you little shit? Oh gosh. Why would Ishta have to fight me? Like, isn't he my friend by this point? Curse those Soul Reapers. Grandpa never wanted Soul Reapers and Quincy's to be friends, except he totally did. In fact, that was what he was trying to tell me as a kid and I never listened. Hit him with the ball. I don't remember there being a block button, otherwise I'd be using it. Yabi is a highly recommendable streamer. Oh. Not really. Yabi's okay, I guess. I found you in my recommended box, so I'm checking you out. Thank you. I am happy to know that YouTube is recommending me. Because you don't really see any evidence of it happening. And a lot of creators on YouTube will say that they don't feel like they're being recommended to enough people, so I'm very happy to find out that I am. Even if mostly what I stream is just whatever I feel like. Usually weird Japanese shit. It's a Menos! Roar! Thank you, Riki-san, for subscribing. Very, very funny! I don't remember Menos being able to teleport, though. It does feel like something they've made for the game. Specifically there. Tsuki no Mai! Ah, it didn't even count. That's gutting. Throw a ball. Candy. Got it. Jeez. Right, where is the mask? I could wear the mask. You know, very, very funny, wear the mask, but then I might scare away Riki-san. Yes, please, by all means, tell anybody you know to subscribe. Ding. That was great. What was great? Oh. Bro, I'm streaming right now. Gosh. You're busy telling me about Muse songs that I might have forgotten about. Here's a Muse song you might have forgotten. Gee, thanks, bro. Fuck's sake. So I've unlocked the shop now. It's Kisuke Urahara. Sound's being glitchy now. Well, I basically have enough for everything right now, or more or less everything. Don't want to sell anything. Mata dozo! Free? What's so free about it? Free stage. Uryu Ishita. Yeah. Here's a Muse song you might have forgotten about. The one with all the wailing. Oh. I've forgotten its name. It could be any song by Muse. Oh, Uryu is pretty kick-ass to play as, though. But fairly weak. This actually reminds me a bit of Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure. I think especially this area, because of the music is sort of like the desert vibe. Because it's the underground training room. Don't remember Ishita being so goddamn weak, though. Already practically dead. Right, now I can heal. Well, actually, I can't because I haven't filled up Orihime's bar. Dead. Shit. I completely forget to equip my characters, don't I? Everything I set has stayed, though. Okay. I'm actually going to play as Rukia again. Chibi Rukia is best Rukia. Rukia is best Rukia. It doesn't matter in what form Rukia is in. Rukia is best Rukia. Rukia! Ichigo! Inoue-san. Inoue-san. Now that's connected everybody. Much better. I like Rangiku because of reasons. Rangiku. Matsumoto Rangiku. Yeah. Two very big reasons, I'm sure. Plot 1, Plot 2, and Heineko. Oh, tell you what, that horrible Zanpakuto release arc, one of the few good things about it is that it brought us humanoid Heineko. It's one of the few good things. Just discorded my stream. Oh no. Thank you. Didn't I buy something that increased my health? Do I have something green? And something white? Alright. I don't have anything green at the moment. Once I do, I'll put something green in the Bound arc. Some nice ideas, very poorly executed. When you think about it, the Bounce powers are essentially stands from fucking JoJo. Like, there's that group of twin Bounce who literally travel through water, and it's just like that stand from the start of Diamond is Unbreakable. Angelo's stand. Like, they just ripped off JoJo for the entirety of the Bound arc. I mean, come on, they were fucking vampires. It was JoJo. It was rip-off JoJo. But of course, I didn't know that when it came out because I hadn't watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but you thought it was the Bound arc, but it was me, Dio. Fuck. Can I hurt it? No, I have to wait for a doorway, don't I? Yeah. That's right. The Bound arc was essentially JoJo. Bootleg JoJo. There were some nice ideas, like the lady who was a Bound but was also looked like Uryu's mum. That was interesting. I think that Carrier was a cool villain. It's just the problem with Carrier was that he was a cool villain in a shit arc. And I liked Mabushi too, for what it's worth. I mean, his flower power was particularly creepy. Like his flower Bounto power was pretty cool. And also that arc gave us another appearance of Hollow Ichigo, so, you know. It had that going for it as well. Even if they showed him with white eyes in the episode and then had to go back and edit it so he had yellow eyes. Fuck, I really want to watch the Bound arc again. I mean, my favourite arc is the last one they made. The forgotten the fucking name now. It is the one where Ichigo gets his Fullbring power. I genuinely think that was the first solid Bleach arc since like Soul Society, since like Arc 2, Lost Agent. Like, I genuinely felt that that was the first good arc in absolutely forever. So there's nothing here. Okay. The Lost Agent. A lot of people hated Fullbring. Yeah, but when you think about it, like, Chad's power, it was Fullbring the whole time. And when you think about it that way, it works. And I liked the dynamic of, you know, like, the only woman that can tame Ichigo is his boss at his part-time job, you know. It was little things like that I enjoyed about the Lost Agent. And of course, the main villain's power, his Fullbring, the ability to implant himself in other people's memories. That shit was amazing, because it was about the only thing that could defeat Ichigo. Is if his friends all thought they remembered this guy when they didn't. It's like, oh yeah, we went to Soul Society with him to save Rukia, don't you remember? You know, when everyone else around you is saying, you know, don't beat him up, it's not fair. When he's implanted himself into your two sisters' minds, and they think he's a friend of the family, and they are telling you off for you trying to defend them. Fucking hell. That's why I like that arc, because it's about the only thing that could defeat Ichigo is if all his friends and family were essentially turned against him, which is what happened. Fucking quality. I can wax about that arc all day. Loved every second of it. Trying to work out why Rukia's Zanpakuto only deals 1 hit point of damage against the big enemies. I guess just some enemies are more susceptible to Kido. Boom 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 bang boom 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 bang boom 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 bang boom 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 boom. Ugh. Can never work out what to do to make these butterflies, like, tunnels appear. So, I mean, I'm following them around. Like, do I have to hit them with, like, Kido or something? In. Whew. Nice. Is there actually something in here, though? The Soul Society arc showed you that Ichigo's manifestation could stop the bleeding, yet the image of Ichigo's hollow mask appeared when he was powering up against Kenpachi. And what... I'm not familiar with anything past where the anime ended, but... Is it like Ichigo, like, part Quincy and everything? So like, is Hollow Ichigo like the Quincy part, or is like Zangetsu like the Quincy part? Is Zangetsu the Quincy as well as the Zanpakuto? My head hurts. Ichigo is Quincy, Hollow, and Shinigami hybrid. So he's Vizard, but also Shinigami, but also Quincy. Hollow Ichigo is Zangetsu, and Zangetsu was his Quincy side. Okay. My original theory back when the show was running was that Ichigo's mom was Hollow Ichigo, but I guess now that's not so much true as I would have thought, but it still kind of is. I can't get my head around it. I'm looking forward to playing as Ichigo in Jump Force. Because I'll get to use loads of new skills and abilities that he didn't have in the show when I was watching it. Leader of all the Quincy, who gave the Quincy their powers, is residing inside Ichigo. To be honest, given the way Bleach was going, I'm really not surprised. I mean, it had to pull stuff out of left field to keep readers, right? Because, I mean, Bleach was hemorrhaging readers. Though you could also blame that on lackluster quality art, copy-pasted faces, basic backgrounds, and all the other things, including the crunch that manga artists have. I'm sure Kubo went through a lot. That sort of led to what happened to Bleach. And yet a manga that essentially stopped because its creator had had enough, and Jump had had enough, and its readers had had enough, was still confirmed for Jump Force, and Gintama hasn't been yet. That drives me mad, because obviously Gintama should be in Jump Force. I haven't heard anything yet. I'm the guy on Twitter that keeps posting hashtag Yorozuya represent and GIFs from Gintama, and I will continue doing so until Bandai Namco confirms Gintoki for the game, which might take a while. Oh, so he resides inside all of the Quincy. So there's a little bit of Zangetsu inside every Quincy, and that's what gives them their powers. So you could say then that when Uryu used the glove, the Quincy glove, in Soul Society, and lost his powers, it could be that he, like, sacrificed his part of Zangetsu in order to unleash all that power, just to, like, slightly maim Kurotsuchi. Like, didn't even fucking kill him. Just, like, blew an arm and a leg off, and he's like, I'm gonna disappear for now. Ewatch. Oh, right. Okay, so there's an actual name for the sort of Quincy god that exists in everyone. Fair dues. I'm kind of getting it. It still kind of feels like Ichigo's the Gary Sue of Kubo. It's like, I've created this beautiful world I want to live in, so I'm gonna make me, and I'm gonna have all the powers. I mean, that's what Ichigo feels like. Is like Kubetito going like, oh yeah, I can be whatever I want. It's my world. This is my embodiment of me, and I am everything. I am Shinigami. I am Quincy. I am Vizard. I am Arrancar. I am everything. Oh, 666 health. Number of the... Oh, never mind. Number of the beast. I must say, Riki-san, thank you for engaging me on Bleach. It's nice to have someone to talk to about it. You know how Aizen wanted to become the Soul King? That's what he needed the Oken for, right? Well, basically, Ewatch is the son of the Soul King who can distribute his powers across people. Right, okay. So basically, similar to Abrahamic religions, the idea that loads of different religions can exist from one core text or principle. The same thing sort of happens in Bleach with different powers, like Shinigami, Quincy, that they all exist in part from the same source. That's interesting. I like that, because it means that no matter what power you have in Bleach, you're all sort of cut from the same cloth. It's very interesting. It's kind of like Naruto's the same. You've got like the Sage of the Six Paths, and his different forms of ninjutsu were carried down into different people. It's a similar sort of concept, I guess. Goddamn boar. I hate these boar. The boar are the worst part. Because I can't damage the boar with my Zanpakuto. I have to use Kido. Ichigo's Zangetsu is not a real Zanpakuto. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, how can it not be a real Zanpakuto? It cuts through everything just fine. But then again, with everything else you're telling me, if you told me that Ichigo's Zanpakuto was a flying saucer that summoned an alien down from the sky, I'd fucking believe you. Because I don't know what to believe anymore. Maybe I should read Bleach from the end of Secret Agent onwards, and just introduce myself to this wonderful world of nonsense that I have yet to experience. But I'm holding off because there was word of, like, Bleach anime coming back. But then nothing happened regarding it. Zanpakuto are created by Asauchi, who are created by a guy in the Zero Squad. But Ichigo made his own Zanpakuto by permanently fusing his Hollow and Shinigami powers. That would explain why, even though his Soul Link and Soul Chain were destroyed, he could still create a Zanpakuto. That makes sense. In a weird way, going by Kubo's logic, that actually makes sense. The real Zanpakuto was that at the end of fucking Lost Agent, when he gets the power from each of the Shinigami captains. If there was anything about Lost Agent I didn't like, it was that it ended with Ichigo getting his powers back. Because to me that seemed kind of lame, when the whole point was that he lost them forever. That the whole reason why he used that sort of Black Zangetsu power was because, you know, he had to sacrifice everything so that his friends could live. It kind of loses the power of giving up, you know, the emotional clout of him giving up all his powers so he could save his friends if he's just going to get more powers later. Like, with the Fullbring, it was sort of understandable because everybody has the power in them to have a Fullbring. So it kind of worked with the Fullbring. And that's why his Fullbring, as it continued to grow, sort of resembled a Zanpakuto, I guess. You know, now I'm thinking about it, maybe the Fullbring, maybe the Lost Agent arc was perhaps not as flawless as I thought it was. The Lost Agent Zangetsu is still a fake. Gets easily cut by a Quincy later. Alright, so it's nowhere near close to the real thing. Interesting. I really wish they would just make more of the anime, damn it. God, I don't remember this level being so long. I mean, we've had Rukongai, and now we're in the forest as well. It's a long-ass stage. Ichigo's Shikai is a dual-wielding Shikai. But his Shikai is like... That's like chunky Zangetsu, right? It's like the thick, chunky sword. Ichigo's Bankai is the strongest Bankai, and it always will be because he's the main character. You know what I mean? Like, he's Tite Kubo's self-insert. He's gonna have the strongest sword. He's gonna have the strongest powers. You know what I mean? No, that's fake Shikai. Right. Okay. We haven't seen Yamamoto Genryusai's Bankai. I suppose we haven't, have we? We've only ever really seen the Shikai. And that's like the wall of, like the giant wall of flame. You want me to look up his Bankai? It's gonna be like the fucking Bleach equivalent of sexy no jutsu. It's gonna be like a woman made out of fire. Isn't it? You could be farther from the truth. Right, okay. That's alright then. I'll check it out. His isn't the one that's like the giant... No, the one that's like the giant fucking massive thing. That's the fox guy. No. Kurotsuchi is the one with it, with the sort of like the baby. Giant creepy baby. It's a sexy guy. You know what, I could just imagine if Yamamoto, head captain Yamamoto, like, turns into a young man. It's like, actually, this is my true form. I could believe it. I mean, come on, it's anime. I mean, after, like, the extremely metrosexual characters in Naruto, you know, that are always, like, topless, I could sort of believe it. Komamura with Coke. So I was right with Ko, but it was not Kuro, it's Ko. It was Ko. Komamura with Kokujo Tengon Myoyo. Yeah. The giant, essentially like Buddha statue with some form of weapon. Big sword, maybe? Oh, this is a ring. Oh, of course I have to fight Ganju. Of course. I do like Ganju's voice. Yeah, let's skip through this. Oh, shit. Fight start. Oh, I don't have to fight Ganju, I have to fight... What's her name? Betty? Betsy? Betsy, I think. Oh god. Rooftop. I'm not safe on the rooftop! Yes, please. Reject. Reject the pain. Oh gosh. Thank you. Think about using the flaming bodies of all the people you killed in your lifetime. Whoa! You mean sort of like the Soru out of Metal Gear Solid 3, but in Zanpakuto form. Holy shit! That sounds amazing. Kill it! Nice. Mmm! Damn, I'm good. Sounds like Yoroichi. Oh no, it's Kukaku. Of course. Of course it is. We're at Kukaku's house. His Bankai has 3 other abilities as well. Holy shit. He would have to be pretty strong though to be the head captain of the Gotai 13. Kukaku Shiba has 2 good reasons to like her as well. Save. Did I pick up any other equipments while I was going around? It's this one actually. I need to switch out for a green. Yes, I did! Right. 2% HP every 5 seconds. Right, now I have one of different colours around each end, so I can actually do something about this. I got a yellow on the bottom. Right, no I don't. Red though, I can... Got a link between Ganryu and not Ganryu, Ganju and Kon, but I can't link with Betsy, unless I were to put Ganju there, Betsy there, and lose the benefit of linking Ganju with Betsy. That's fine. Bonnie, that's it. Not Betsy, Bonnie. Yeah. Oh well. Can't link with Bonnie. If I switch it to grey, it won't count as a link. Oh well. Let's powered Rukia up a bit. Do a soft save. Right. Stage 5. A link? Yeah! Whatever he said. I don't understand. How can Kenpachi have a Bankai when Kenpachi doesn't even know the name of his Zanpakuto? Temperature equal to the sun, and turns everything to dust, and blows everything to oblivion with a touch of his tip, and it can summon the dead. And let me guess, he still loses to Aizen. I'm kidding, but you never know. I know that Aizen comes back. Gets his Bankai stolen and sliced in half. This is starting to sound crazy. I mean, it was crazy to begin with. Yeah, end of Bleach is insane. Well, hopefully it should mean a lot of cool powers to fuck around with in Jump Force. You know, I was thinking about, you know, how all these characters in Jump Force have, like, transformations. And, like, then I thought about how Gintoki doesn't really have a transformation. Like, the only thing I can think of is if Gintoki was in the game, he would be able to call on his stand. His stand, what is it? Your Majesty or something. His Majesty. It's about the only thing I can think of. For like, a transformation for Gintoki. Unless he can, like, turn into the White Yaksha. True, Yugimoto won't have a transformation, because if you think about it, Yugimoto is the transformation. Well, I suppose Yami Yugi is the transformation, but the Yugimoto we've seen is... Oh, Atem. Well, I wouldn't know the first thing about Naruto. Not Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh! Outside of, like, the first season. Oh, it's Yumichika! Kind of hoping I get him to join my team. Maybe I have to get Ikaku and then come here as Ikaku to unlock him. Or something along those lines. The game does do that. It makes you come back to levels as different characters just to unlock more characters. Dark Magician no Jutsu. Yeah. The name of the Pharaoh. Like the one that invented the card game. I don't know. When I talk specifically about the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way, I'm not talking about, like, Pegasus Island. I'm talking about, like, Yu-Gi at school. You know, the season that we didn't get outside of Japan. That's what I mean when I say the first season. I guess Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0. That's where my familiarity of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. Like, playing the card game on the side of the building with the rope. That, to me, is Yu-Gi-Oh!, you know? Not duel monsters, but just, like, the general fucked up shit that was happening in Season 0. I tried watching Season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! But the problem is, I'm like, so this card does this, and this card does that, and then I realized that actually, like, none of the tactics in the card game work in the actual card game. In that show, it's like Time Wizard can't be used to like grow baby dragon or whatever, or maybe it can be used to do that, but it can't be used to like degrade the health of everybody's cards and turn them into old cards, like sort of Joey did against Bandit Keith. God, my brain hurt trying to follow it. Ichigo's Bankai was powerful enough to scare a fully omnipotent being, though, which is why he broke it instantly by changing the future. Basically, the story of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Yugi completed the Millennium Puzzle and gets possessed by an evil pharaoh with magic powers. And that's when he becomes Yami Yugi. And of course, the evil pharaoh was more than happy to let Kaiba jump off the side of a building. You see, I remember that. I remember bits of Season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember bits. Atem. Alright. Fair dues. Atem or Atem? I suppose it's Atem because it's meant to be like Egyptian. I suppose Atem would be a correct pronunciation of the Japanese as well, the hiragana. How much of it did 4Kids fuck up? Because I'm curious. I play Blue Eyes White Dragon. I play Man-Eater Bug. I play Pot of Greed. I mean, I know about, like, Shadow Realm and, you know, being Hell in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! And that sort of thing. I can hear a butterfly. I completely missed it thanks to the Kido users. I once had the first volume of the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX manga. I don't anymore. Couldn't get into it. As much as the girl in it is cute. You know, as cute as she is, she's no Taya Gardner. Gotta be real. The Pharaoh stops being evil. Oh, that's a shame. I like in Jump properties when like the main character has something evil inside of them that sort of takes them over. I like that. That's why I like Naruto, because Naruto's got Dark Naruto. And, you know, Ichigo has Hollow Ichigo. I like that in Jump properties. Because it means you can't always stand by the main character, because you can't always trust their convictions, because Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is another kettle of fish, and by the end of it, Jaden is literally possessed by an evil devil girl. Oh yes, where do I sign? Oh! Riki-san. Nice timing! Matsumoto unlocked. What kind of slot is Matsumoto? Blue... bottom left. Yeah, I can make that work. I can make that work. I like, yeah, I like the idea of there being a spirit or something. Personally, I like the idea of it being evil, but I like the idea of it being in Jump protagonists. I mean, if you take, for instance, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, everybody, or at least most characters, have like a spirit inside them of dubious morality. I just like it because it also means that you get to have another character for every character you have, essentially, because you get to have the spirit as well, which is probably great for creators because it means they get to make another character and it's literally barely any effort for them. Goblin, welcome. Hollow Ichigo is cool. Hollow Ichigo was like my first introduction to that kind of thing in a Jump protagonist, and it was great to have him like battle against the evil version of himself, the inverted version. I remember in, I think it was the Heat of the Soul games, they write his name as Ichigo's name backwards. Other games refer to him as Hollow Ichigo, or just Hollow, but I think it was the Heat the Soul games that referred to his name as, like, backwards. Oh, it's Momo! I have to come back here as Aizen. Fucking hell. Momo's got problems. Momo! Aizen left you for dead. What's wrong with you? You silly, silly bitch. Like, isn't Momo aware that, like... I don't get it. Did Aizen's, like, brainwashing Zanpakuto, like, make Momo purely, like, obsessed to the point of extreme loyalty with him? Or, like, where does that extreme fealty come from? Because it just seems weird that Momo is the only character that feels like that about Aizen. It has to be the effect of the Zanpakuto. Aizen sort of brainwashing Shikai that confuses people, that plays like a trick on the light to fool them. Momo is just thirsty. To be fair, when Aizen is first introduced, he is introduced as this loving, pure-hearted person, and that was obviously done deliberately by Kubo to make you think that Aizen is, like, pure and trustworthy. You know, by having him confide in Renji and say, you know, I think something's going on. And of course, at that point, we don't realize that, yeah, damn straight something's going on. You're the one doing it. I think Aizen did look cooler when he looked like Austin Powers, you know, when he slicked his hair up and became Aizen, Lord of the Underworld. Not so much. It's Renji! So, have any of you seen the live-action Bleach that's on Netflix? And if you have, can you pass a judgment on it for me? Because I mean, the stills they released look cool. Nopes, your mum, welcome! Yeah, baby, woohoo! Austin Powers' music starts playing as he flirts with the hot hollow women. Renji, can you really hurt the woman you fancy? How is... Did he hit me with onigiri? No, there's no way that's right. That must have been something that Kon threw. Been here for a while, just lurking. Understandable. Oh shit. Out comes the metal music, and you know you're in trouble. And then it goes back to the Final Fantasy style battle music, and you know you're good again. This reminds me of like a song from Final Fantasy VIII, I think it is. A battle theme from like Final Fantasy VIII. B. So, your mom. Life is Strange 2 is out. Episode 1. Well, yeah, it's not a full adaptation of the series. I'm sure they leave a lot of stuff out. Where does it sort of end? Is it Memories in the Rain with Grand Fisher, or is it sort of Rukia gets taken to the Soul Society? Where does it sort of end? Yo, Matzo, welcome. It's out right now. Oh, fuck. Well, you better get on Steam and download it. I haven't played Captain Spirit yet, but I will at some point. Seeing as it is essentially the demo of. Rukia goes back to Soul Society. Oh, right. Interesting. So it only really covers Season 1. But in a different way than you think. Ooh. The fact that they've made, like, significant changes to it makes me want to watch it. I only played one episode of Before the Storm. I need to get back to it. God, I hate Kurotsuchi so bad. Hate this guy. I was at a young farmers group that my mum made me go to. Went bowling at a place famous for spreading sick bugs, and now I feel like shit. I'm sure it's psychosomatic. You're thinking you're ill because you've been to a place that is notorious for making people ill. Surely if a place is notorious for people getting ill, they would have sent some sort of health and safety person there to do a full H&S check. I don't know, maybe it's psychosomatic. Maybe you're just thinking you feel sick because of association. So now I think I'll have a Netflix day tomorrow. Aha, that's what it's really about. You could watch Bleach. I'd love to have a Netflix day tomorrow. I'm going to work tomorrow. He's not so bad. He's just a terrible clown because he scares children with his scary makeup. I tell you, his like poison that makes people experience time extremely slowly, that shit is scary. You know, not bad for someone Soul Society tried to get rid of, and Urahara pleaded the case of his value. Not bad at all for him to turn out to be the MVP. Alright, you know, it's kind of like that here in Canterbury. Like, what will happen is around about this time of year, all the new uni students will move into uni. And what happens is they come from all these different countries, where they each have their own colds and sicknesses and flus. And they bring them to the UK when they come here to study. And, like, they may be perfectly fine because their body has fought the illness, but they spread the illness that their body has successfully fought and they spread it here. It's a little thing that we call freshers' flu, because the freshmen at uni all carry these different illnesses that they've grown strong against. They've grown a resistance to, and they spread them, and it creates like this sickness that continues morphing for like 4 weeks. So you stay ill, and you have to be constantly on your fucking cold and flu tablets, day in, day out, because every day it mutates into another cough and another cold and another bunch of flu-type symptoms. It's fun. Best time of the year. Now I think he lets me like combine items to make like stronger items. Whose Bankai did you want to see the most in Bleach, by the way? Whose Bankai did I want to see most? I wanted to see Urahara's. Have I seen Urahara's? I don't think I have. I really want to see Urahara's, because he was captain level, so he'd have to have a Bankai. I want to see Ishin's as well, Ichigo's dad. Because, again, he was captain level. So he has to have a Bankai. Oh, I've unlocked someone at level 13. Would that be Renji? Ishin doesn't show it, but he has it. You see... Oh, that's disappointing. Does he, like... Does he, like, tell people he has it? Or do we just know that based on the fact that he was a captain? What's with these Shinigami and silly color robes? You know, all these Bankai that sound absolutely amazing. I wonder if Kubo is just pissed off that he had introduced like Renji's Bankai and Hitsugaya's Bankai so early that he couldn't like make them awesome like these later ones. I want to connect Rukia to Ichigo. I'm gonna need to connect them like that. It's gonna have to be a blue for Renji. Who doesn't matter for connecting to Renji? Orihime. Someone who would matter connecting to Renji would be Rangiku. US Netflix has Naruto with all movies, yep, and UK Netflix does not. It's ridiculous, really. Rank goes yellow. I need yellow for health. Not so bothered about connecting now. Where I can, I will. Oh, Con is... Con is happy that even as a mascot character, he can be close to Rangiku. I think that's what I gathered from what he said. Well, I could put everyone in, but they don't necessarily connect. Oh, but Ganju connects with Bonnie, so that's fine. Yabi, any recommendation for song covers for a project I'm working on? What kind of songs are you covering? Like, are they like Japanese songs? Or like American songs? Or... Shunsui's Bankai. Shunsui. Oh, the white-haired guy, the one that's always coughing. Or is Shunsui the one that's always drinking sake with a sort of pink kimono, sort of almost. He's the guy with the pink kimono. Yeah. Okay. The guy with the white hair would be Yukitake then. Jushiro Yukitake and Shunsui. The two star pupils of Genryu, Ryusai Yamamoto. Yeah. You see, you asked me something useful. I couldn't possibly tell you, but ask me the names of Bleach characters. It's like, yeah, I filled my head with that useless nonsense. Of course I have. What I miss? Life, the universe, and everything. I guess in the time you were away, I unlocked Renji. I sometimes miss the times I had a social life. Oh, I never had a social life, so I wouldn't know what you mean. Could be. As long as the songs are upbeat and have an English translation, really, anything goes. Barbie Girl. Oh dear God. You know... I would say anything by the Caramella Girls would be fair game, your mum. Especially something like We Love to Party or Saw You Standing There. You know who the Caramella girls are, right? Saw you standing there. Haruka Kanata. Haruka Kanata. Yeah. It certainly is a good song. Venga Boys. We'll love to party. Yeah, but you're talking about We Like to Party by the Venga Boys. I'm talking about We Love to Party by the Caramella Girls. I suppose then Caramella Girls Saw You Standing There would be a better fit. Or Caramella Girls Caramel Dancing. So come on, dance to the beat. Bring your hands together. Come feel the heat forever and forever. Listen and learn. It is time for prancing. Now we are here for caramel dancing. Ooh, 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 ow, ah, 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 oh, etc. Now I know what you mean. Yeah, that's the one, right? Caramel dancing. Let's go back all the way to 2008. Let's go back 10 years. That's what we're doing right now by playing this, to be fair. This game's 10 years old. So did I unlock Yukatake? What kind of piece is Yukatake? Who would want to reduce their HP by 5? There's got to be a point where he is a good power play. You know what? I'm going to see if Google Word Lens can help me out here. Because I want to know what logical reason there would be for reducing your health. Maybe Word Lens can help me. Masochists. Massacre? Could be. You're not going to translate it for me. Oh my god. It's translating everything else. Bonnie-chan. But it won't translate. I don't trust this shit to be accurate. Just to get a rough idea what menus say. Literal translations are often good for menus. Because usually the text on a game menu is going to be pretty literal. So, for example... Well, actually, the font here might make it difficult to do. Strange question. Soul, accessories, status, map, help, options. Yeah. So it gives me a good translation on the menu because it's like literal things. But when it gets to dialogue, it's about as useful as a chocolate teapot. Aha! There's a nice Briticism for you. These enemies that start hitting me with like the first art, the restricting art, that's no good. Have you ever felt sick, but then you don't want to get up, but then your body tricks you by making you need to pee, but then you go to the toilet and you be sick instead? No, I can't say that's ever happened to me. I've certainly woken up in the middle of the night and felt like I'm about to throw up, but my my reflux is pretty good. I can actually stop it from happening with reasonable effort. I don't know, people are made up differently. Like, I'm one of those people who's sick maybe once every 4 years. My constitution is just that strong. But I suck in other places, so... Like, I'll get a cold and I'll have it for 8 weeks. You know, so swings and roundabouts. You rolled a high constitution stat. I did. But I rolled an incredibly low luck stat. And my charisma is, well, it's all over the place. Ooh, leveled up. Right, that's it. Get rid of him, so we can't do that anymore. Hoeru! Howl, Sabimaru! I'm sick every few weeks, but I actually forgot a homework instead, or I'm genuinely sick. What? You mean you pretended to be sick so you wouldn't have to hand in homework? Matzo. Oh, Matzo. That's so, Matzo. Alright. Yay! It's Jushiro. Not Jushiro. Shinsui. That's it. Oh right, a decrease of 5%, but an increase of 50 lightning resistance. Ooh, thank you. I have come across lightning casters. Yeah. When I say, like, I get sick, like, once every 4 years, what I mean is, like, I get sick to the point of, like, vomitando, like, once every 4 years. In terms of getting a cold, yeah, several per year. But it comes with the territory of living in essentially a university city, where there's so many different people of so many different nationalities, and they sort of bring everything with them. Caster up there. I hate enemies I can't damage because I have to hit them with a special. Got him. Vomitando. It's specifically from King of the Hill that I picked that up from. Peggy is working as a telephone operator for like the Mexican branch of like this beer company, and all the people phoning up with complaints, you know, in Spanish are saying that, you know, the beer is making them sick to the point of throwing up. And it's like vomitando. Oh no, vomitando! Did you see the Bleach movies? I've seen I think I've seen all 4 of them, assuming there's 4. But I only really remember the first one with the girl. You know the one. Like, I have seen the others, but maybe I've only seen the others once each, whereas I've seen the first movie like 3 times. Yeah, Memories of Nobody. I thought it was interesting that in, like, the last 2 Bleach Heat the Soul games, they're just like, you know what? We're gonna add movie characters for no reason. Here's Senna. Here's Dark Rukia. Here's that guy from that one movie, where like he has a Zanpakuto and he goes like bad, and then Ichigo like goes into his Zanpakuto world or something. I vaguely remember that being one of the movies. Like, they got him as a playable character, they got Senna, and they've got Dark Rukia. It was very interesting to have movie characters in a Heat the Soul game as playable characters. I love the Heat the Soul series. I almost streamed a Heat the Soul game, but you see, the thing is, I'm not very good at fighting games. Something like this, I can pretty much play through because it's not overly complicated. Heat the Soul is tricky on account of difficulty. And then there's win conditions. You must win this match with this particular move. And of course, because the criteria is in Japanese, I don't know what to do. Hellverse. Ichigo in golden armor does not ring a bell. Maybe I have not seen that one. Ooh, it's Hisagi, the 69 guy. Shuhei Hisagi. That is movie 4, right. So, movie 1 is Senna. Movie 2 is... Movie 2's the Hitsugaya movie, isn't it? Then movie 3 is like Dark Rukia. Then movie 4, Hellverse. I might not have watched that one. Random Running Man gets backstory. 1010B's in 50 episodes, no backstory. Yeah, 1010's kind of pointless to the overall story of Naruto, but she's cute. So it's okay. Diamond Dust Rebellion. So 2 is the Hitsugaya movie, and 3 will be the one with Dark Rukia. So I haven't seen the 4th one. I think. The 3rd one with Dark Rukia, does that also have a guy who, No, that's right. The guy I'm thinking of was in the 2nd movie. He was the antagonist. I think. That creepy guy with the sort of damaged face was playable in Heat the Soul series. I definitely should see all the Bleach movies again. Definitely should. It would be nice if Shuhei was playable, but I don't think he will be. That's right, the other user of Hiren Maru, that's right. Yeah, he's playable in, like, the last 2 Heat the Soul games. Might be the last 3 Heat the Soul games. There was 7 of them. So, it's kind of hard to say which game had which. Can I heal special by standing still? No. Yeah, that kind of happens when you look on wikis. Yeah, Kakashi becomes blank, and Naruto marries blank, and I got the Kakashi one by looking up something about Tsunade. If you're talking about Hokage, I'm sure he isn't by the time Boruto starts. I was kind of tempted to watch Boruto, and then I started watching something else instead. Prepara. I started watching Prepara. Yes, I know. Oh, boss battle coming up. Kenpachi. What of... Yes, the epileptic seizure game, but in anime form. Boruto Well, I mean, of course Boruto's not worth it, in the same way Naruto Shippuden and Naruto are not worth it, but I've been watching bits of Shippuden on and off, all the canon stuff, not filler. I'm up to... where am I up to in Shippuden? I think Naruto is training... yeah, he's fighting his evil self. That's where I'm up to on Shippuden. Wow. Renji's Bankai is shit, isn't it? You reject, do you? What good is rejecting? You like Naruto and Shippuden. Oh, fair dues. So Boruto is even more boring than those. Okay. Maybe it is a good thing you've told me that. Oh, fuck. Leave me alone. Ah! Oh, no sooner had I healed, I was already maimed. Hey, Columbo, shoot to maim! This boss battle is going to be tight, I just know it. If my special wasn't so useless. Yeah, I mean, Naruto Shippuden had a good hook at the start, you know. Naruto coming back to town, it was interesting. Get to meet all the old characters. Like, it had something to draw you in. I guess Boruto does not. I can't get over Masashi Kishimoto being like, oh yeah, Boruto is my best work yet. And it's basically following the same formula as Naruto always has. Ah, ha, 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 ha. No, don't do this to me, don't do this to me. I'm sorry. Attack him from far away. Oh, no. Fuck. Where did I last save? Oh, in the arena. Yeah, okay. Let's give it another shot. Wah! Yeah, I mean, if Shippuden had anything going for it, it was that it had a genuine war in it. Like, original Naruto does not. I understand that the original Naruto focuses on the fact that the main characters are kids, and of course, as kids, you don't really have a notion of war or bigger things outside of what you understand. I mean, the world is beautiful and brilliant when you're a kid, and nothing can possibly make it wrong. And I understand that, of course, once Naruto becomes Naruto Shippuden, it's about growing up and about how, as you grow up, you find out all these things that are bad in the world that you didn't already originally realize. I understand that, and of course, now what Boruto is doing is it's like, oh, everybody's a kid, you know, all these main characters are kids, so therefore it's all about how wonderful the world is again, and there's just no conflict. I mean, at least in Naruto Shippuden there was conflict. Am I understanding it correctly, yeah? I did even worse on this one. I'm trying to take on someone like Kenpachi with Kido. You might as well ring the bells of hell for me. I just hurt him with silly ranged attacks. I mean, this is a valid tactic. It's a perfectly valid tactic. Got him. FMAB is best anime, in my opinion. I can certainly see where you're coming from. ERB has not watched FMAB. ERB has watched FMAB. ERB has watched it twice. It is a quality series. It's so good. It is like... It is the epitome of what a shonen anime and manga should be. And then the mind blow is... a woman wrote it. It's like everything shonen anime should be, and it wasn't even written by a man. It's like, mind blow. So good. Oh, Ichigo running off. Alright, I guess on the next stream we're going to the Sugioku. However, That sounds about right, Matzo, because what I did was I watched Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I was like, wow, this is so different to original FMA. So then I watched original FMA. Once I finished original FMA, I watched Brotherhood again. That's what I did. Yeah, I'm getting a bit tired now. It's coming up to midnight, so I'm going to go get some sleep. But thank you everybody for joining me today. It's been great to talk about like Bleach and other anime that It's been so long since I last watched. Well, yeah, I'm going to need you to do the proper command. There we go. It counted anyway. Okay. Switch to outro so I can do the official sign-off. I've got Millie Thompson there on the end screen. I need to fix the end screen because there's a lot of assets missing. Until next time, if we live that long.